Hello, my beautiful ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you are having a beautiful Sunday. Some of you are in the morning, some of you are in the afternoon, and me and Shamanda is in the evening. And guess what? We've got a guest here, and she's in all of your future. Do you know why I know she's in your future? Because it's Monday, 3 o'clock in Perth, Australia. So I am truly excited to be here, everyone. How are you feeling? Ask me, how am I feeling? I am over the moon. I am over the moon. We had an amazing Mrs. Spots. So on the Diamond Beauties, we have 7 Mrs. Spots. Mrs. Spots is from Beauty and the Beast. And I've got 7 amazing, beautiful tea host ladies, if I can call it that, or they're having a tea, we're having a tea party, or we're just having a beautiful chat. So anyone is welcome to come to this amazing Mrs. Potts meeting, half an hour every day. And I am standing in for somebody for Sunday for a little while. And we had a most amazing discussion today. I am so proud of all the ladies that was on the group and how far they come, because how much they could share, how much they could tell, how their lives have changed and how grateful they are. And they were all authentic. And that's what I love. I love authentic people. Myself, if I want to cry, I cry. If I want to laugh, I laugh. If I want to dance, I'm dancing because I am authentic. I don't know how else to be something else. I don't know how. I actually don't know. The other day I was running and I said to my husband, come on, my husband, come on, let us run across the street. He said, but there's no cars coming. I said, but he said, Sanet, children run. I said, but I'm still a child inside. I'm still a child inside. Why not? So we are talking about authenticity, and our shows has got an amazing title. It's Soulful Authenticity. What does soulful authenticity means for you? So my guest is going to come and unpack it. Oh, I am so excited. But first I need to play my beautiful Jose Escobar's video. He is my sponsor, but I'm just putting it out there. I'm looking for one more sponsor for the Power Hour TV show. So anyone that would love to sponsor the show, I will be over the moon. Here we go.
Is Jose Escobar. I live in Washington, D.C. area. I'm a family man. I'm an entrepreneur, coach, author, and speaker. I have communities. I support people. I'm a servant leader, and the list goes on. And I'm primarily the CEO of the Connected Leaders Academy. That's my bread and butter. That's my core offer, right? That's where I put most of my time and energy. And the Connected Leaders Academy is a growing community. It's a tribe of some of the highest level entrepreneurs from all over the world. We're now over 350 plus members, 42 states across the US, and 17 international countries. If you're an entrepreneur out there that's looking to grow personally and professionally, scale your influence, develop your skill sets, move the needle in your business, more money, more clients, right? This is the community for you.
My guest is here. My guest is here. I'm so excited. Hello, my beautiful guest. So I think there is still a back. So I'm going to quickly mute Shamanda and Neto. There you are. So my beautiful Samanda, just bring your camera a little bit up so that you don't look too much down on us, but it's almost there. I was trying in the private chat to, there you are. Better. Now just make a little space on top of your head. Just come a little bit come a little bit closer, come a little bit closer. Unfortunately, he could not phone in early enough so that we could talk about it, but much better, much better. So, my beautiful guests, I'm going to start with Connie. Please introduce yourself and tell us where you from, my beautiful one, because I cannot wait for everyone to hear where are you all from.
Hi, my name is Connie Walton, and I am from Ada, Oklahoma, in the United States. Do you want us to go ahead and introduce?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
So I am the owner of Elemental Massage and Body Works here in Ada. What brought me into that, I am now a licensed massage therapist as well as a Reiki practitioner. But previously, I have the past 10 years been a registered nurse in critical care. And basically, COVID just kind of burned me out. And I've always been in the healer role. And I just knew that my soulful authenticity, I needed to do something different. So with all of that said, like I still am in the beginning stages of finding out who I am, because I have been in that 10 years of you act this way, you do these things. So it's still a journey, because have always been an introvert. So like to me, I'm trying to find out who I am. So do you want me to continue this, or are we all going to introduce
No,
ourselves?
just the introduction, please. So, Connie, I know that you are nervous. I just wanted to say, take a deep breath, and I just need to say thank you for your service, because through COVID, we could not have gone through any of this without all of you. So, thank you so much for your service. My beautiful Val, please introduce yourself and tell us where you're from. And just let me unmute you. There you are. You did. You can go ahead.
Well, I am Val Burgess. I'm from Sheridan, Wyoming, which is in the US. And in 1993, I found a path. You see, as a little girl, I always thought there was something I was supposed to do that would change the earth, change the people of this world. And it seemed kind of silly, but I never worried about it. But someday I knew something would come to me. At my grandmother's funeral, my uncle said, I want to go back to the prison camp I was held in during World War II. He kept saying it, and I finally said, well, why don't you just go? He said, I want to take a large group back. I offered to do the marketing because I was a graphic designer and advertiser at that point. And I met the most incredible people, and I changed the trajectory of my life. And it's changed my life forever, knowing them entrusting me with their stories. And that's my story.
And we're going to hear a little bit more about that. Thank you so much, my beautiful Val, my beautiful Netta, in our future already. And it's just after 3 o'clock in the morning in Australia, Perth, Australia. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My full name is Nita White. I'm from Perth in Western Australia. My background, it comes from a mental health disability and youth support background. And I knew when I was a child that there was something so much more for me. It took me quite a long time, quite a number of years to find myself. Believe it or not, I was a very shy person. I know it doesn't seem like it now because I'm not shy. And I am a high ticket affiliated marketer, mentoring women to rise and shine and stand in their true power, their true authenticity, and to create a life of their own design. And I'm just so passionate about it. I'm partnered with the company with health and wellness products that I have recently been to Japan to celebrate the 50th year anniversary, which was off this planet. It was so exciting. 8,000 plus women, families, and so many legacy babies. Thank you, Sanet, for having me.
Wow. So, if you're wondering why all of you are on this particular show, because I saw a soulful authenticity in all of you. So, I just wanted to say thank you so much, everyone, for being here. So, I am now going to go to Ava. Ava, if you can please introduce and tell us where you're from.
Hello, and thank you so much for having me on the show. It is so amazing to be here, and I'm really excited. So, my name is Eva. I am actually born and raised in Poland, so I come from Europe, but I moved in 1993 to Canada. So, it was definitely a roller coaster when I first came here. I didn't know any English, and it was very hard on my heart and soul. And as a young teenager, because I was only in grade 5 at that time, it wasn't an easy journey because no English, no friends, family back home, and it spiraled. Not only that big shift happened, but also many things after that following. But then in 2005, I went on a World Vision Canada trip, and I met these kids in the communities, and we were helping them, build homes, visit the communities. And you know what? It was then that I knew that I wanted to help, people around the world. I just didn't know how then, but I was like, trip here, trip there. So over the years, these ideas stayed in my heart and in my mind, but I didn't quite know how to bring it until recently. In the last 3 years, I actually decided to become a mindset and success coach, inspirational author, and also a traveler at heart. And I also have a beautiful 5-year-old daughter. So my journey has led me to be here today sharing my stories with people around the world. So I'm so excited and thankful to be here.
Wow. And I have danced with all of you, and it was truly an honor to dance with all of you. And I've danced with Shamanda as well. And normally, men, really, do you want? No, no, he said, okay, you will stand up, and we were dancing. It was so amazing. My beautiful Shamanda, can you please introduce yourself and tell us where you're from? Oh, let me just unmute you. There you go. There you go.
Hi, Sana. Thank you for joining. Thank you for inviting me here. I'm from London, England. I've been here since 2003. I'm originally from Sri Lanka. So, my background is, as you may all know, entrepreneurs or business startups, they have 3 to 4 coffees per day on average. And on top of that, they work 50 to 60 hours per week on average. So my job, or my what we do is we reduce the time they do. So what we do is marketing. We do organic marketing for business entrepreneurs and startups and lead generation. I have a team about 40 people working for me. So, and on top of that, we do web designing. So end of the day, we reduce the coffee intake basically of the business entrepreneurs.
And not just the coffee intake, a lot other things that you are reducing them. That, and I know a lot of people tells you, don't work in your business, work at your business. But if you are a solo entrepreneur, that's quite difficult. But there is where you come in and your company comes in. You can hand it over to you and your company, and then me as a solo entrepreneur can I take a coffee break? Take a coffee break. Oh, thank you. So, my beautiful Connie, what does soulful authenticity means for you?
So for me, um, I don't know. I think just thinking in terms of just the word authenticity is what comes to me is bringing your true authentic self. But really, it's so much more than that when you go into soulful. Like it is your true essence of who you are deep down. Your mind, body, and soul connected, but throwing away all the crap that's been taught to you before. Like it's releasing who you truly are meant to be. And that's what I
I,
truly feel on that.
I love it. I love it, my girl. And Val, on your side, what do you think?
Oh,
I'm sorry,
well,
Val, there you go.
I didn't really know what authenticity meant. I think my father was so outspoken that I learned to be outspoken, but the World War II prisoners taught me so many skills. I mean, if you ask me a question on a letter or some strange thing, I bet I could tell you a story and something that they taught me about that, because I've spent 30 years with them and they taught me authenticity. You know, there's so many of them that when I went to see them to interview them, they said, well, I really don't have anything to say. And I just went like this. It's a candy store just about to open. And it did. They never once, they were so authentic. They taught me how to be that authentic. And so it's my job to share their stories because they entrusted me with them long time ago. So that's what I think being authentic is, who they are and who they made me be.
Wow. So, my beautiful Val, when we come back around, will you tell us a story that will be amazing for today's show? When we come back around, you can think about that. So, I'm going to thank you. I'm going to go to Nettie. So, Nettie, what does soulful authenticity means for you?
For me, being soulful and authentic means living out my true purpose, my true mission, my true calling, and living out my core values on every single moment of every single day. And, you know, you can only do that through the power of love. And love is the only way that you can move forward in life. There's only in the power of now, there's only one moment. In the essence of that moment, it is so beautiful to be able to feel all the feelings from, you know, from spirit and lead from spirit. You know, you can't be soulful and authentic without leading from your true core values and your true soul and speaking your truth to everyone around the world. You know, if you're not congruent on the inside, then you're not congruent on the outside. And energetic frequency is so important, you know. And that's I personally strive to live in a state of flow, mindfulness, selflessness, richness, fullness, in each moment of every day of my life. And I make every single effort to live at least one of my core values to its truth each and every single day.
That's amazing. So I just wanted to tell beautiful Zenise that this is a replay, Zenise. We are actually live today. So yes, you are looking at us live on the show. Thank you so much, my beautiful Nettie. I really appreciate your answer. My beautiful Eva, can you tell us what this amazing title means for you? Okay, I unmuted you. There you
Yes,
are.
I see. Yeah. You know, I'm not gonna repeat how beautifully Netta has put it already together, and Val and Connie. You know, I'm just gonna add to it that, you know, aside all the beautiful things they have said, you know, I agree with all that. And to add, you know, nowadays I find that it's sometimes hard to be that you know, through us, you know, let it shine through us, because we're so busy with everything that's going around us. So it is actually, for me, it means taking that time every day to actually meditate and really connecting with your soul, to stay as much as you can being that authentic, because we get swept away like this nowadays with social media and everything around us, that you know, we need time for ourselves too, so we can continue connecting with our core values and things like that. So for me, it means the same and so much more as well. So yeah, we gotta stay true to ourselves, because you know what, you know, I have a 5-year-old, so for me, I have to stay true to myself, so she learns that from me, and then she can pass it on to next generations and stuff like that. So
That
it's a beautiful thing that has to be nurtured.
I love that. And then when we come around, will you tell us, you are an author and you are in so many books, and I will ask you a question on that. Okay, I'm
Of
coming
course.
back to you. Thank you. My beautiful Shamanda, soulful authenticity, what does it mean for you?
Um, well, like everyone else said, I resonate really well with what Connie said, because actually sometimes it's a lot more to it, and also apart from that, we try to become someone else that we are not. That's where we go wrong, I think, and that's where the authenticity comes in, and we need to be our true selves. And people like sometimes they will like you, sometimes they might not like you. Don't try to make people like you. Let the people who like you come through to you, and just be yourself. I think that's what authenticity means to me.
Wow, I love that. Thank you so much. So, my beautiful Connie, I just quickly are gonna put your I don't know why my machine doesn't want to paste. There's something wrong. I wanted to paste your email, your Facebook, but it doesn't want to. But let me come back to you. So I just wanted to say to you, let me unmute you. In your the information you sent through to me, you said to me where I focus and relax on my chakra balances. But then you're also talking about embracing my queen's energy. Can you tell us a little bit about that, please?
So, with that, like I am doing Reiki healing. That's where the chakra balancing and all that is coming forth. But I'm also doing that to myself, which is completely new. So, branching off from that, like I've been called to expand, and like eventually I'm wanting to do retreats, and I am growing into the queen energy that, I have felt called to. Like I feel like there's just so much more in life that I've been taught, and, that I've grown up around, and I can feel the expansion happening and the me transforming in the process. And it's a great energy to be around, just rising up to being that boss queen energy. Like, I'm a business owner now. I am going to life coaching, and like there's just so much more of kind of like a legacy that I am creating, and it's a very powerful, moving feeling.
Oh wow, that's so beautiful. Do you have a power pose, my girl?
A power post.
Or like a wonder power or a super woman? Do you have a pose like that?
Oh, a pose.
A
Oh,
pose.
let's see. I mean, you can just do the usual, just the muscles up, you're going for it.
I loved it. So Werner from Facebook, his message is quite long, but he's also said he has a problem with fake people. Like he called it plastic people that attracts likes and followers. And he said just to be you. So thank you so much for that, Werner. We really appreciate your comments. And then when I'm coming back, my beautiful Connie, you're going to tell us how you, when you see your clients, and what is the experience when they say goodbye to you, towards them and towards you, but you will do that in the next round. So let me just then go to Val. Val, tell us one of your amazing stories, please.
Jack jumped out of a burning airplane, landed on the ground, and the German home guard put him in a ditch to shoot him and kill him. He stood there and didn't want to embarrass himself or want his father to be proud, who would never know. But he stood like a man, and as they ready to shoot him, and a farmer in a field across the way started yelling at the home guard because he had a young boy with him. We don't know what he said, but he then became their captive. And Jack was still captive, but he served out since in 1943, October of 43, until April of 1945. He did a force march. And when I was with him going through Dachau many years ago in 1995, he said to me, he said, you know, you couldn't give me $1 million to do that again, nor could you give me $1 million to take it away from me, because it impacted him so much. He spent his life, he and his wife never had children, but he spent his entire life with young people, teaching them, being their coach in all different ways. And as he was dying and when he was sick and going to the Veterans Hospital, his students were the people who stepped up, drove him to different places, who were there for him, who then became his executor to his will. And I met some of them, and they loved him so dearly. And he was just one of my favorite people, who he would tell you what he thought and exactly what he thought. And I appreciated it about that about him, because he was so genuine. And the fact that he could appreciate almost 3 years in a prison camp and all else he experienced.
Wow. Thank you, my beautiful Val. I know that you must tell us how many stories do you have, but it's a treasure that you have. Do you know how many stories you have?
No, but I know that I have almost 200 oral histories. I have the largest collection of Radio Tokyo letters in the United States. I have women's letters from men who they were on the front lines, and the men from the front lines came back and talked to them and sent them letters. I have a vast collection of thousands of pieces that have letters, or some piece that I can share with the world. And, you know, I really don't believe in war. I really want it to stop. And yet, I don't know if that will ever happen. But I think hearing the stories of those who suffered, who really wanted our world to change, you know, I think we need to listen to them. Because one man said to me, he said, you know, war is a hell of a way to solve a problem. And at some level, I truly believe that, but I don't know how to fix it. So I just keep telling the stories.
Wow.
So
That is
that's
incredible. That's incredible. So Nettie is quickly putting her cell phone on charge before I will go to wait for her to settle down. So can you please tell us, Val, what is your golden nugget?
my golden nugget is really, it's about authenticity, but it's also about unconditional forgiveness. And I know that's not necessarily what we're talking about today, but I know when you unconditionally forgive someone, which is what a POW, a prisoner of war, told me, you can broaden your life, you can open up your heart, you can get to a place where you never knew you could get. But you have to allow that person to be themselves. You don't have to necessarily be their friend or your relative or whatever. But the point is that you have forgiven, and you no longer need that power, that negative energy. And it helps you be your more genuine self, because you expand yourself easily.
Wow, that is so beautiful. I'm just going to ask Netta if she's ready. Oops, a daisy, ready? She must just show me when she's ready so that I can bring her in the studio again. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for filling the spot for us, my beautiful Val. Nettie is finished, so I can bring her in. I saw that you had a problem with your power. You are
I
here. You
did.
are here.
I did. I charged it up before we came on, but I've only got about 10% left now. So
Okay.
yeah. Sorry.
So you are moving a little bit. So I know that you cannot put it down at the moment. So I will quickly ask you. So my beautiful Nettie, can you please tell us the when you are inspiring the ladies, especially the ladies, how do they feel with your inspiration and they trust in you to give them this amazing opportunity?
Um, they love my vibe. They love my energy. They're very much attracted to my energy. They're very much attracted to my faith and to my passion. And I pass that on to them when I show them around what I feel is a shop floor. You know, when I show them the web class, when I show them the commission structures, when I show them, you know, that I'm available for them 24 hours a day, that I answer their messages 24 hours a day, and you know, that installs trust in them, and they can see that I'm truly authentic and truly passionate about what I'm doing, and that I'm completely, you know, there for them to give value to them in any way that I possibly can to change their lives. And you know, when you get on a call with somebody, you have that one opportunity to show them around and change their lives in that one call. You know,
Wow.
yeah, and it is
And,
so exciting.
okay, I'm going to ask you one more question, and then I will put you in the back studio to quickly do what you need to do. But another question, if you feel that a person is not authentic or genuine, do you have a tip, one or two tips that you can? It's difficult to say to a person you're not genuine, but what in a way will you tell people to be more genuine?
What way would I tell them to be more genuine?
If it
Um,
was me and you have to tell me in my face, Sanet, don't you think you can? I don't know what tip, one or two tips you can give to a person in front, you know, for that person.
um, if someone isn't genuine, then I wish them a magical, wonderful day, and I just send them lots and lots of love, you know, and I don't tell them that it's not for them. I just give them love and send them some beautiful energy, and you know, move on to the next person that is ready to change their lives. Because at the end of the day, not everybody's ready to change. They don't. A lot of people don't want to change. Not everybody's ready for personal development, self growth, and to you know, build a business of their own. So I'm just really genuine and loving towards them, and I move on after that. Yeah.
I actually love that. I must just tell, but it's a secret. It's a secret. So when I ask people to dance with me, if they say no, and I ask twice, three times, and then they say no, then do you know what? I never asked them to come to the show.
Yes. Yeah.
So I love your answer. So my beautiful Nettie, I'm going to put you in the back studio. So
Okay.
I will just let me know in the private chat when you're ready to come in. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you. My beautiful Eva, let me just quickly go down to you so that I can unmute you. Can you please tell us about the books that I've seen a lot of books, and are you are writing, but you're also helping others to be in books. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, for sure. You know, I never knew, I never imagined myself being in collaboration books. I mean, we read books, we get inspired by them. But when I finished my world tour in 2011, I started writing. I was like, I do want to write something, and I want to tell the world on top of the mountains. I've been to all these amazing places, and the idea stayed with me. I wrote the book. It's still sitting on my hard drive, about 300 pages or more, and it sat there for over a decade. And then I went into personal development, and I'm like, I started, this coaching thing, new adventure. And then I'm like, I want to inspire people. And then I heard about these collaboration books. I'm like, oh, what's that? I got into it more. And a good friend of mine got me into, and I was like, you know what? This would be perfect because I was still healing from past experiences. It was in some way a closure. At the same time, hey, I was like, I can tell my story and inspire people. So that's when it all started last year. Did I ever think I was going to be international bestseller? No. Did I think I was going to be 2-3 books? Heck no, but I did a midlife awakening as my first book, and it just went from there. I'm like, hey, Linda, I'm inspired to do another one. Let's do it. And then I ended up doing Never Give Up. And we just actually did first author signing at the bookstore yesterday. So I was so proud of that moment too. And so, amazed at everything that's just coming to me. I opened the doors. I became more authentic because you know what? I lived a very shy life before. I always had these big dreams and I did a lot of wonderful things in my life. But the thing is, there was part of me that was like in a shell. So when I started coming out again and being me and more authentic, um, I felt like I wanted to share my stories to a lot more people because not everybody's gonna, let's say, buy a program. Not everybody's gonna be, where you need them to be. But a book, a lot of people pick up and they'll read a Kindle or something. They'll get inspired. So it's even more ways of getting in touch with people around the world, right? So we have a third book coming up is called The Ripple Effect of Impact, and it's coming out in August. So I'm really excited. Yay. But now I actually became a curator of my own book, and it's called Footprints Around the World.
I saw that.
And guess what? That's the original title for my book 10 years ago.
Wow.
So it's funny how things line up when you're truly ready for something. You might have an idea, but sometimes you're pulling back, pulling forward. You have one book on the one foot on the brake and one on the go, and you're like not sure. Now, when everything starts coming together, believe me, it starts coming. It starts aligning with really what you want to do. So I'm really truly grateful to be in these books, to be able to share my stories, to be able to be more authentic, come out more. Because, when you're living in a shell, you're not really sharing. And then the experience you went through, now I look at them as, yeah, things happen. I've learned from them. Now I can help people, in so many different ways. And I'm just so truly grateful to be a part of this and so many other wonderful things coming my way.
Wow, thank you, my beautiful Eva. So
Mm.
yes, we are in that ripple effect impact, ripple effect book, and there was only two of all of the authors that have connected with me, and here you are on the show. So for us, me and Val are on Soul of a Diamond, and last week and Tuesday we got bestsellers, and then my book came also out in April, and I was like blown away. So in the Diamond Beauties and my beautiful Shamanda in the Tanzanite Euros, there will be an opportunity for two more cobble. Val, please help me with that word. I'm always struggling with that word. Cobble.
Uh,
Getting together,
around
compilation.
Collaboration.
cooperation, collaboration.
Yeah, I'm struggle always with that word. I cannot pronounce it. Thank you, my beautiful Val. So please check out. I will be doing the advertisements this week, and then my beautiful Eva, you can be even in more books because I do believe that, like everybody say, Amazon is quite a big search. So the more books you have, how amazing. I see Nita is still busy there. I'm going to go to Shamanda. Can you please tell us, you are helping people around the world. And when we have our discussion, you told me your biggest dream. And I don't know if you can remember, but I got tears in my eyes with your biggest dream. Tell me, everything that you are doing for your family and then part of your big dream. How does it make you feel? Continuing getting up every day.
The biggest dream I have, it's I was trying to keep it to myself, but now it's public. To help Sri Lanka because that's where I'm from. So I try to help because Sri Lanka is a poor country, third world country. So I try to help people back home in various ways. I employ a lot of people from Sri Lanka as well, and apart from that, I do a lot of events back home when I go back. So the idea is to make it a developed country because when we were studying back then, it was a developing country, 100 years ago, it was a developing country, and it's still a developing country. I want it to be a developed country, not a developing country, and to get rid of the poor people and help them. That's the goal.
I'm so sorry that you now had to mention it out there. Didn't think I'm going to ask you this, but I just wanted to ask you, because you've got this big dream and you've got this motivation. How do you feel every morning getting up and because of the dream that you have?
Like Jim Rohn says, if they know what we are trying to do, or what we have in our mind, then they will understand why we are motivated like this, and why we wake up this early in the morning, why we are so energetic. So it's similar. The higher the goal, the bigger your dream, the more you're motivated. Otherwise, you can't get there. So that's what it is. I'm sure everyone here knows it already.
Wow. But yours was quite big and yours was quite unique, my beautiful Shamanda. What is your golden nugget?
Well, my golden nugget is to give without expecting anything back. So when you do give without expecting anything back, it has a really really big ripple effect. Not many people know that, but uh, yeah, that's what it is.
Wow, I loved it. And can you just quickly give me, in about 2 minutes, how you serving the world?
Uh, I write goals every day, and one of the goals is to help uh, 10 million people to become successful. But I try to help in various ways. It's not just one way, but in terms of business, we try to help. When I have a business, it could be a closing call, it could be a sales call, but we look at the other person, what they need, if they have a proper goal, and if they are committed. And if that's the case, we try to help as much as possible. Sometimes I say, we'll do it for 2 months, 3 months without any charge. We'll start charging once you get results. So things like that we try to do to help people. This doesn't mean that I'm going to give everyone free. No, if they can afford to pay, yes, because if they pay, then they pay attention. I'm sure you know, right? So we try to get the money, but at the same time, if they are really committed, if they really want to go ahead, then sometimes we say, okay, we'll give you a free trial or things like that. It could be even one word, it could be a sentence to lift them up to a higher level. So it's various ways in which you can help other people.
Now, my beautiful Shamanda, I must tell you that the day I met you, you were amazing. You are amazing. Keep on doing what you are doing, because I know your dreams and the way that you are helping people is amazing. So I'm truly honored to have met you. So I'm quickly going to go back to Eva. What is your golden nugget, my beautiful Eva?
My golden nugget, I know I wrote something else in your email, but I'm just gonna say, live your best life and live with authenticity and love.
Wow.
You know,
Oh, that you've written for me, life is short, be the best version of yourself. But that is also beautiful, because I remember when I was quickly bringing in the golden nuggets in the opening video, when it was time for me to bring yours, and I thought, wow, life is short. I cannot believe my birthday last week, I'm 59. I don't feel 59. But I'm 59. It's like this. So I loved your beautiful golden nugget. My beautiful Nettie, can you please tell us what is your golden nugget?
Live life to its fullest. Live life to its fullest. Live in the moment, and honor the past, because that is your your authenticity to be in the present moment. Without the past and past experiences, and you wouldn't be where I wouldn't be where I am today. And I feel the feeling of my vision and my visionary plan in every single moment of each day. I stay totally focused.
I remember you were in the car when we had our coffee chat, and I said to you, when I go to bed, I will ask myself, Sanet, did you leave your sparkle in somebody's heart and
That's
memory every day? And you were laughing, we were laughing. And you know, I know that you had to stop as we have our coffee chat. Ladies and Shamando, we even dance in the car. You cannot believe Niti and me dance in the car. But your golden nugget was truly amazing. So I just wanted to say thank you for being amazing, my beautiful Nita. And I know you're all stressed now because of the battery, but just take a deep breath because we're going to go over to Connie and we're going to ask Connie what is her golden nugget.
So mine is life isn't about just finding yourself. It's also about creating yourself, which I thought really played a part into this authenticity. Because it's,
Wow.
first you find yourself, but really then you have to create yourself. So
Wow. I loved it. I was the whole day busy with all July's bios and, my proposals to the network. So I have to write quite a thing for the network to say, please accept the show. And I was blown away by all the people's amazing golden nuggets. I was, Val, there must be a book coming out, Diamond Beauties and Tanzanite Heroes Golden Nuggets. I promise you, with their photos, because the golden nuggets is truly so beautiful. So Val, can you just give us your golden nugget, please? Oh, sorry. I unmute you. You unmute you back. I unmute you now.
Well, I hope that all of us live our authentic self, because it's so easy to get caught up in the world and get sidelined and not do that. I know I'm going to be 70 in a few months, and you talk about shocked. I mean, I told my children I would live to be 105 because I have so much work to do to help people, to share these stories. And Eva, you gave me the title for my book. It's going to be called The Thread, because there's all these men's stories and I have to thread them together. I have more than one book, but you gave me that in what you said, and I don't know how it happened, but thank you. You gave me the
You're
thread.
welcome.
And thank you, so
Yay.
it's all those things. My book, I've got it started, but I haven't really pushed and done. And now I'm so more committed from what we've done, Sunit, in the last few weeks. I mean, it just so many things, and it can happen just like that. And if you don't take that moment and just go and do and embrace, you lose out. And who wants to do that? And
Well,
it's not even about losing out in terms of, but there's a part of yourself that if you just keep going and keep embracing and keep opening, it just fills up, and wow. And I only have to 104 to live, so I better hurry and get lots done. So there you go.
well, I've got goosebumps. Ava, thank you for the title to Val. I just need to put in on my hard glasses to say I have goosebumps. I have goosebumps. So Val,
That's a great title, by the way. That's a beautiful title. I love it.
Thank you.
beautiful title. Thank you.
Yeah.
So Val, when I told my grandson I want to be 120 years old, and he said, Omi. So Omi means granny in my home language is Afrikaans in South Africa. He said, Omi, will you have teeth? And you went like, yes, my beautiful grandson, you always will have teeth. So, my beautiful guest, I don't know if you know, but our show is almost over. It's like it went so fast, and I felt so sorry for Nettie because I could see everything here at the back end and at the back of the studio, how you stress, how you try to go this side and try and do that side to connect. So I just wanted to say, I know it's so early. It's now almost 4 o'clock in where you are. Thank you for trying to make sure that you are still here to the end. You are truly amazing. My beautiful Connie, Val, Eva, and Shamanda, thank you for inspiring me. Thank you when I have decided on this show that I have asked God who will be the best fit for my show. And I got all of you. And I know our show was amazing. So I'm going to ask you a question and then please say yes. Okay, because Shamanda doesn't know why he has to say yes. So Shamanda, say yes. And then I will ask the viewers. Okay. My beautiful Connie, Val, Nettie, Eva, and Shamanda, will you have a dance with me?
Yes.
Thank you, Shamanda. You must answer me, but let me make sure you're unmuted. Will you have a dance with me?
Of course.
My beautiful viewers on E360 and all the Diamond Beauties and Tanzanians, will you have a dance with us? They said yes. They said yes. Here we go.
Walking on sunshine or dancing in the rain. Sprinkle me with
How shall
fairy
I
dust so
dance?
I can fly away. Smiling at a moonbeam or squinting in the sun. Sprinkle me with fairy dust and cover me with love. From butterflies to eagles, oh, there's magic in that flight. Sprinkle me with fairy dust, watch me take to the sky.
Bye bye, everyone.